The world is massive. The universe is infinite. The earth is taken up by 7.6 billion people. People you might never meet. People you'll never know. People who have dreams. People who are just children deep down. Like me and like you. My name is Andrew, and I'm that curious child. I'm that kid who questioned everything, who wore his heart on his shoulder, who just wanted to play, who's been collecting comics since he was 8, with a drawing pad close, with his parents closer, with a dream to be a superhero. A superhero. Wolverine with adamantium claws and regeneration. The Hulk, green, gamma radiation, super huge. Spider-Man, spider sense, web slinger, and a sense of humor. Heroes were what I looked up to. Superheroes are my everything because they show the possibilities of what we can be. The world is massive. The universe is infinite. But comics were bigger. The multiverses, galaxies, dimensions, and hells were all there at the turn of a page. Zombies, dragons flip. Aliens, Cyclops flip. Hellboy, Watchmen, Jedis flip. An abundance of worlds to escape to. A portal for a kid's imagination to grow. And that kid's imagination was drawn not only to the heroes, but to the darkness, to the monsters and the zombies, to the things that scare people, to the things that are misconceived and cast out for not looking of this earth, for not looking normal. But I was never normal. In school from the start of kindergarten, I drew. And I drew. I'd draw all the time and kids would watch and gather. They liked when I drew what they knew. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America, they smiled. Cosmic beings with 10 eyes and claws. Demons with horns on fire with sharp teeth. Science experiments, half man, half lizard, with dragon wings behind them. Most of the kids would leave. The darkest recesses of my mind seemed too much for the kids. But for me, it felt oddly safe. It felt oddly familiar. The world is massive. The universe is infinite. But even though the kids were scared, my parents weren't. They looked at my pictures and saw my mind, saw me, and embraced the imagination. Embraced the darkness, and bought comics, bought toys, and movies for first grade Andrew. The same Andrew who at first struggled in school, who at first got held back, who at first didn't understand why he couldn't just play at the ranch. The earth is taken up by 7.6 billion people. People you might never meet. People you'll never know. The ranch, though. The ranch, my grandma's house, my dad's house, my grandpa's house, was everything. Acres of land for children. Acres of land for playing. Acres of land for the Trevinos. This was the first stage. This was the beginning of my performances, whether I knew it or not. It was where I wandered, dreamt, and played with cousins. It was where I acted the sergeant, the hero, the villain, the monster, and the sun and the moon were my audience. They were always watching and happiest when mi familia was together. A huge palm tree in the center, a fence separating the neighbors' horses, goats, chickens, dead grass, crickets, coyotes. Everything felt bigger. Everything felt calm. Nothing could go wrong. The earth is taken up by 7.6 billion people. People you might never meet. People you'll never know. But why can't people be superheroes? Why can't we do what we see in the movies? Why can't we be better than humans? I can die. All of these were realizations I made as a child. I'm dropping into another dimension. Feels like the center. Is it the center of Earth? I keep falling. But I'm laying in bed, falling through the physical. My body goes from heavy to light feathers, from light feathers to sinking. I'm not in control of this dream world, and that's okay, because not all dreams can be explained. Some are sensory feelings, and it's not as simple as getting up. Dad, don't leave. People who have dreams, people who are just children deep down. I was a worried kid. My parents said I worried too much, which was true, but sometimes these worries weren't for child Andrew. These worries were for future Andrew, for adult Andrew. These worries were heightened because I knew something disastrous was coming. And I couldn't stop it. I couldn't fix it. It wasn't as simple as having superpowers. When your parents split, your identity is split, and you pick up the pieces at 10. You try to be the superhero, but it's hard. Picking the sides, listening to the conversations and understanding, growing up fast, keeping it inside, being the tough guy for your sister. But it's harder losing your dad. It's hard having your favorite superhero die. You're 16 and your reality is shattered, but you still keep going. But you're not really you. You're not you until you process it all. Until you speak your words out into the universe. People who have dreams. People who are just children deep down. You look into the faces of the audience, and you know you've been here before. You know this is the escape from reality. You know I love you. And this place called the stage is sacred. It's my comic book. And the characters speak to me and like you. My name is Andrew Trevino.